I'm not a good sit still meditator. After all, we each have our limits to what our nervous systems can withstand, and mine is not a sit still kind of system yet. Welcome to Calm in the Chaos Interfaith Center, where we question and doubt and wonder and muse. Now, I'm not going to be the rebel who flies in the face of all the research about meditation being good for our mental and emotional health. It is. But I am here to say there are different kinds of meditations. And if the idea of sitting with your legs in lotus position for an extended period of time is keeping you from meditating, I will offer some alternatives. There's an old Zen proverb that tells us you should sit in meditation for 30 minutes a day. Unless you are too busy, then you should sit for an hour. This isn't meant to be comical, just the opposite. It teaches us a very serious way of being that results in a calmer inner life. Why is it that it seems we can get a laundry list of things done and checked off when we have a deadline or an upcoming commitment or if somebody's coming over? But given a day off, a day with no plan, like a snow day off from school, we can accomplish very little. We quiddle. That's one of my new words, and I wanted to squeeze it into a God talk. So I just took my chance here. Quiddle. Just sitting still for 20 or 30 minutes each day can be a spiritual practice, but like all good habits, we have to commit to them for a few weeks so they become our new normal. You can't try it just once and say it's not for you. This isn't broccoli. So give it a chance. If you're extremely busy, the idea of taking time out to do nothing may seem counterintuitive, but you're not really doing nothing. You're opening yourself to allow something else to happen. The result is that many people accomplish more in their days if they spend time nurturing their inner selves. On a physical level, we know that distancing ourselves from all electronic devices, including TV, is all about receiving less radiation input. We are radiated constantly from cell phones, computers, laptops, and TVs. Decades ago, the distance from the TV that we sat, I remember doing this, was critical, measuring in inches and feet so that we could protect ourselves from these harmful rays. But nowadays, I hear very little about the distancing, although I believe the jury is still out concerning holding our phones directly against our heads for hours a day. So, if and when you choose to add sitting meditation to your spiritual practices, I recommend no electronic devices in the room with you. Sitting in silence has become so popular that there are websites and apps that allow us to sit with others for a period of time. I find it uncomfortable, as I said at the top of the God Talk. I'm not a good sitter. And if I do sit in meditation, I would rather do it in a room with other people because I'm inclined to enjoy that energy of just having us there in person. And now on to the types of meditating that aren't necessarily sitting still, although that's the first one. I've mentioned that one a lot, and it's most portrayed in movies, and the meditation that non meditators picture in their minds is sitting still. In a Buddhist tradition, the legs are folded with each foot lying atop the opposite leg. Hands are usually positioned in a Gyan mudra. Mudras are hand postures that direct energy throughout our bodies. The Gyan mudra is thumb touching the tip of the index finger with the other three fingers extended and touching on one another, sorry, one another like this. Just sitting in this position with your back straight for even 15 minutes can help focus attention and calm anxiety. As you sit, focus on your breath, allow your face to relax and be soft. You may find that closing your eyes helps you to not be distracted by your environment. To be honest, I've said earlier, this is not my favorite way of meditating, but each of you need to find what works best for you. Meditations that have an external force aiding our practice are called guided meditations. I'm a big fan. One of my favorites is a practice I was taught several years ago with the claim that this particular meditation can help ward off Alzheimer's disease as it changes the brain while you're chanting. It's a timed meditation taking exactly 12 minutes, and it's practiced by yoga students, by Sikhs, by Hindus, Buddhists, and maybe by you. You find a quiet place to sit, back straight. You can sit in a chair or on a cushion with legs folded. And with this meditation, you'll be chanting a mantra over and over. A mantra is a short group of words that are repeated for a significant amount of time to allow our brains to relax out of this realm of busyness and to activate a different plane. I actually sing portions of this mantra because I find it adds to the benefits. The syllables are sa, which means infinity, ta, which means life, na, which means death, and ma, which means rebirth into newness. So the repetition of sa ta na ma, sa ta na ma, represents the life cycle as we continually strive to be our true selves. As we chant, we cycle through the mudra, and on each syllable, we touch thumb to a different finger like this: sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. We don't actually pause between each syllable, so it's flowing better. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. The 12 minutes of this meditation are broken into segments like this: 2 minutes of singing the mantra, Sa ta na ma, Sa ta na ma, Sa ta na ma, followed by 2 minutes of whispering it, Sa ta, and following with 4 minutes of thinking it, like that. Then you go reverse, you go back to 2 minutes of whispering and 2 minutes of singing, Sa ta na ma, and so on until you're done. Now, who doesn't need 12 minutes of brain health every morning? Another type of guided meditation is when we sit in a relaxed, upright position with soft face, quiet hands and feet, and someone talks us through a scenario, perhaps asking us to imagine a scene and then details of golden light or other beautiful energy as we feel our own energies moving around us and through us. A third type of guided meditation is called a body scan. This was my mama's favorite. Lying in bed with soft lighting or none at all, a gentle voice asks us to focus on each part of the body from toes to heart to kidneys and lips until absolutely everything is totally relaxed. The final meditation I offer today is walking meditation. Again, I'm a big fan. Vietnamese monk and peace activist Thich Nhat Hanh said, "You walk and you do it as if you are the happiest person in the world. And if you can do that, you succeed at walking meditation. That's all there is. Just taking a walk with no cell phone, no dog, no companion, or a companion who understands silence is how you do it. Just walk. Or you can make a plan and walk a labyrinth in silence. Labs are found in every city, often at churches, hospitals, civic centers, and schools. Now, if any of these peaceful, restful, renewing practices intrigues you, please remember you don't need to actually try to be or to do anything when you meditate. What we want to do is to let it happen. Let ourselves be open to the possibility of healing and renewal. We don't try to do anything. If a thought enters your mind, and it will, thank it for occurring and let it go. Allow it to continue its movement right out of your head. Stopping the thought and fixating on it can lead you to wondering, planning, worrying, overthinking, and adding stress to the body. Meditating can work wonders in our bodies and our souls. Thich Nhat Hanh left us with this. Meditation can help us embrace our worries, our fear, our anger, and that is very healing. We let our own natural capacity of healing to do the work. Blessings on all.